welcome. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Here, Jay, in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Come on, Ed. Can I say it, please?
All right, if you must.
Yes. Trust the process.
It has been quite a process to get to this point. Jay, they have a squad here in Philadelphia. The opening tip won by the Sixers, and we're underway here in Philadelphia. Simmons to Butler. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim, short. And the basket good at the rim.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Simmons with it. They trail by 2. From the painted area, won't go down.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Add 2 points to the board.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Jackson to Griffin. Throws it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Butler. Jimmy Butler missed his first. That one goes.
You know, Jimmy Buckets really has an inspiring story. From being homeless at the age of 13 before moving in with a friend, reads like a basketball version of The Blind Side. That grit has become the fabric of his DNA. From Tyler Junior College to Marquette to the 30th pick in the first round, are you kidding me? To where he is now, Jimmy Buckets has had to earn every inch that this game has given him.
Simmons into the front court. They trail by 1. Anthony. To Simmons. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and Jimmy Butler all in stride. Catch and shoot 3 is good. There's a toughness he learned under Tibbs at 2 stops, and no question that rubs off on younger players.
There is something that Jimmy Butler does that no other player in the NBA does. He gets into your psyche. He gets into your head each and every possession. He enjoys the process of the fight. Every single blow. There is a pleasure in the pain.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Reggie Jackson, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Butler, and the rebound comes down to Griffin. Short jumper off the mark. To Anthony. Lets it fly from long range, and Carmelo Anthony. Zero hesitation as he knocks down the 3. Change of scenery, but how can Melo still impact a franchise?
It all starts with a mindset. It starts with embracing and accepting your new role. He is no longer a starter in this league. He's a guy that's going to need to be positive on the bench, bring in his shooting abilities off the bench, and also be a coach when he's on the floor. That's the next step in the evolution for Carmelo Anthony.
Pistons ball here. Here comes the screen. Reggie Jackson, defended by Melo. Butler into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. From the outside, no good. And he'll go to the foul line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Luke Kennard has got 2 shots coming. A career 85% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. False. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Whistle stops play, and we'll get a timeout here for Detroit as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Jackson. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Fultz with the basketball. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Butler, rebound taken down by the Pistons. Jackson with it. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Gets a shot up off the mark. Redick with it. Looking to make something happen. To Fultz. Butler. Fultz. He made his first effort, but not that time. To Drummond. Off the assist.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
Sixers have the basketball. Redick. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Reggie Jackson, not that time. They'll let one fly from half court. We're through one at Wells Fargo Center with the Sixers on top. Jay and I return to Philadelphia after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. And he scores on the step back.
That's dangerous. A little hezzy cross and knockdown. Lots of options going to open up as the game unfolds.
Butler. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Gets to the basket and scores.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Butler. Here's a chance from long range. Can't get the bounce. Not that time. To Redick. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And if you have the ball in your hands on offense and you're that open and you see the defense sprinting at you, directly at you, not taking an angle to try to block your shot to not hit you, brace yourself for contact, focus on making the basket, and one every time.
The free throw, good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. To Griffin. Here comes the screen. To Drummond. Slam dunk. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
To Drummond. Good look that time, but off the mark. To Anthony. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. He's 2 for 2 now.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons from long range. To Butler. Jumper's good. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
The Eagles are doing pretty good. The Eagles need to win next week on Sunday, and the Chicago Bears need to lose. So the Eagles been
Both
doing
teams
pretty
tweaking
good.
their lineups. Here comes some changes. Butler. Going a launch beyond the arc, and it's Griffin there to clear the rebound.
I hope the Eagles go far,
So
though.
Luke
You know,
Kennard
we won the Super Bowl
Griffin
last year, so
goes to the left side.
we hope for a miracle this year.
To Griffin. Not that time. To Embiid. Count the basket.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Blake Griffin picked up by Carmelo Anthony. Knocked loose. Sixers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Can't connect from inside. Luke Kennard sizing up Butler. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Stepping in for Detroit, number 1, Reggie Jackson.
Griffin. Reggie Jackson. 3 for 6 now.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons to Butler for 3. Can't connect. Jackson with it. Trailing by 10. To Griffin. Gets a look. Can't hit. The follow won't go either. Butler. That's no good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Jackson. Not that time. And a putback slam. Deep three at the buzzer. Good. A three at the buzzer. Everything going right so far as they've extended the lead. That'll do it for the first half. And the 76ers have to be feeling good.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The 76ers certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Pistons have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely.
Game track. Assists.
The Detroit Pistons are struggling to move the ball and create good looks for each other. What makes it worse is their opponent isn't having nearly the same problem.
Player of the half.
Butler did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Jackson with it. The deficit now up to 13. Knocks it down from mid-range.
All right, you got the first bucket of the second half. Now get a stop, because honestly, that's where your troubles were in the first.
To Anthony. Fires the three. Misfires. It's no good. Luke Kennard, guarded by Jimmy Butler.
Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Jackson. Griffin buries it on the catch and shoot. Jay, simply put, have we seen Blake Griffin's ceiling?
I think there's a chance that Blake Griffin could potentially be better, but it will be way more difficult when you don't have an elite point guard who can pass the ball and put it for you on a platter each and every possession.
That's off the side of the rim, short. Kennard to Drummond. Knocked loose. Drummond, defended by Melo. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Pistons retain possession. Kennard. Griffin. Not that time. He missed it. Gets it in the right corner. Anthony. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Jackson with it. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Now whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Simmons to Butler. Fires the three. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
In the first half, he pretty much made every single shot. It was magical to watch. But now that you have drawn so much attention, try to get your teammates more involved.
Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
You know, every time I watch Jimmy Buckets, the tenacity he plays with on the defensive end, it just reconfirms the fact that he's been named an All-Star 4 times. He shot a career best, 47% from the field in 2017-18. So when you think about trying to lock him up, you have to limit his touches, and you have to force him to catch the ball with his back to the basket. Make him put the ball down on the ground and make contested shots, because if you don't, Jimmy Butler will cut you apart.
Reggie Jackson. With that, he's 5 for 9.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. Simmons over to the right side. Butler. Oh, he couldn't get it to go.
His scoring is definitely cooled off, but you have to give the defense some credit. They're denying him the ball and really making him work once he catches it.
Jackson with it. Margins 8. To Luke Kennard. Deep 2 there, won't go.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
4-3. And Griffin, the rebound. It's Detroit's ball. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Jackson with it. His guys trail by 10. To Drummond. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Kennard. Terrific vision. Off the mark. Butler to bring it up. His team leads it by 10. To Redick. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. Pistons have it. To Luke Kennard. Griffin. To Luke Kennard. Add 2 points to the board. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Amir Johnson. Kennard. Redick with it. Lead stands at 10. To Butler. Lets it fly from long range. There's the follow. Amir Johnson with the slam.
A lot of people don't show up to their job every day with their hard hat, but he's one of the hardest working guys in the league. Good to see him get rewarded for that bucket.
To Luke Kennard. A drive, but he can't get it to go.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipping.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Taken by the Sixers. Quarter 3 at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. And a great start for the 76ers. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Butler into the front court. His guys leading by 14. To Fultz. Here's a chance from long range. It takes a lot to keep this young man under wraps. Markelle Fultz still scores.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Okay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. 4 out of 7.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Drummond with the rejection.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Here comes the screen. To Griffin. Shot from in close, no good. The follow won't go either. To Embiid. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Butler swallowed up by Drummond. Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Knocked loose. Sixers have it.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
Redick doesn't get the bounce. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got to... and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Griffin. Beyond the arc for three.
That'll be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a 2 on one end with a 3 on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3 is more than a 2, correct?
That is great math, my friend. Joel Embiid. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
76ers, number 22, Wilson Chandler.
Butler to bring it up. The lead is 11. From long range. Can't connect. It's no good.
He was absolutely scoring at will in the first half. But now that the defense has picked up, don't try to do too much. Less is more.
Butler. A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Wide open look won't go.
It just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Well, the Hunt shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
To Luke Kennard. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Stepping in for
Griffin.
number 32.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Butler for 2. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. To Luke Kennard. And the 2. The finish at the rim for Drummond.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Butler. Going to launch beyond the arc. Rebound pulled in by the Pistons. Short jumper off the mark. To Simmons for 3. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Got a piece.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Oh, big finish at the rim.
The assist from number
That misses with a second to go. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey, everyone. It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers put together a nice win here today. Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being too aggressive on defense. And sometimes a team can guarantee itself a win by using defensive aggression in a focused way, like we saw here today. The Pistons didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Detroit Pistons.
Game trap. Defense. Player of the game.
Butler gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in this game. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here are the upcoming games for the Philadelphia 76ers. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.